Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog Omega figure, which is by far the largest figure of the bunch, the most plastic, most paint, most articulation, sort of, for your money, and this all comes in at just 10 bucks. That's something else. That is something else. We collect $25 Marvel Legends that all use the same parts. This is a 100% new sculpt, and it's only 10 bucks. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, obviously it's a lower end figure, but compared to most Marvel Legends, is it really lower end? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. And this guy stands just about 12 centimeters to the top of the head, which makes him pretty close to just over 4.5 inches, about 4 5/8. And so he's not that tall, but there's a lot of plastic going on here. He's just a little bit taller than Sonic. I know we're at a weird angle with these smaller figures. He definitely has some height on him, but he has a ton of girth. It's like his arm is the same size as Sonic, basically. There's a lot going on here for the price point, and that is pretty darn cool. Before we get into the rest of it, though, let's do a quick question of the day. Did you guys see the new movie yet, and what did you think? At the time of filming this, the movie didn't exist yet, so I can't tell you what I thought about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the aesthetics on this guy. There's a lot of paint. We have the Omega logo up here, and it's not perfect. Like it could be a little bit more opaque, but it's pretty good. And we have a lot of molded plastic. There's a lot of separate pieces in here that are all connected together to give us the right look. We do have paint, like this is painted up here. The arms have a lot of paint on them. The little studs are painted on the wrist. Let me zoom in on that for you. The hands have paint on them in between the fingers, the legs. Obviously you have some paint. There's a decent amount of paint going on here. The eyes, if you want to call them that. It's a lot going on. It's all surprisingly clean too. Like it's not perfect. They even painted the back. Shoot, half of the Marvel Legends don't have any paint on the back at all, even when they're supposed to be painted. So this is pretty good. The green thing in here, back here, even another logo up here. It's pretty darn good. That might be just the result of it being the same piece as this one. But still, I don't know if that's accurate or not. You guys can let me know. Looks pretty darn good. The only thing that stands out is weird to me, and again, maybe you guys can let me know this if you're heavy-duty Sonic fans, because I'm just not that deep into the fiction to know things like this. He's got texture on the gray here, and the red here. Nowhere else. Is that meant to be there? Like, did they just add that detail to the sculpt, or is this some weird artifact of bad 3D printing that, I mean, like, I know this is molded plastic, but maybe what the mold was made from was somehow 3D printed? I don't know. I've never seen that before, so I'm guessing it's on purpose, but none of the other Sonic figures have had a detail this fine at all. So you guys can let me know if you have any idea about that. It's weird. It doesn't really look like 3D printing, but also why, I don't know. But either way, it's pretty damn good. So for a $10 price point, this thing gets a 9.5 out of 10 for the aesthetic. Very impressive. As far as accessories go, we do just get the yellow Chaos Emerald. Not as polished as some of the other ones, which already aren't that polished, but this one's pretty good. I'm stuttering a lot. I must not have slept last night. It's not bad. It's still pretty shiny. It looks pretty cool. Does still have the cutout on the bottom and the little peg hole for the playset that this doesn't fit on, but whatever, you get it. So 5 out of 10. Okay, let's talk about the articulation. You would think he has a ton. Unfortunately, it's not as much as you might have hoped. Let's see. Arms have full rotation. That's good. That's to be expected. We do have the hinge for the arm. That's really good. So that's better than most already. You would think there's a bicep swivel here. Unfortunately, there isn't. Or if there is, it's completely stuck on mine. We get rotation at the forearm, which is all but useless. So that's there. Then you get the hinge in the elbow, which doesn't quite give you 90 degrees. So definitely limiting some posability there. You do get the rotation up here, and the whole hand moves around like that, which does give you a little bit more posability option. So I like that. For the torso, no waist twist up above here, but it is down here, so that means you can turn the legs into the skirt pieces, which do not move. I would have liked to see these guys rotate, unless that's like not accurate. I don't know, like I said, I'm not that familiar with every bit of Sonic source material. For the hips, they actually function really nicely. You have the full rotation going forward and back rather than being pegged in vertically. They are horizontal, so that is awesome. They go out to the side, but this thing is in the way. So They go out to the side if you bring the leg out, so maybe that's the reason they did it that way. I guess I can accept that. Full range going out to the side, that's good. No thigh swivel where you would think it would be, just like the bicep swivel, so that kind of sucks. The knees do have a hinge. You get almost 90 degrees out of it, so that's cool. If you want to, you can bend them backwards, and they do rotate, though that's not really going to serve much of a purpose. And then lastly, for the ankle, you get a bit of a ball peg. It's pretty limited, so you get your rotation out of it, and you just get some kind of adjustment posing type range. Nothing crazy there, but it's not bad. There's definitely nothing bad about it. It just could be better. And again, for the $10 price point with all new sculpting and a fair amount of paint, as not great as it is, it's still a lot of paint. I'm really pleased with this guy. I'm going to go 9 out of 10 for the price point. Not 8 out of 10 for the price point for the articulation. And now it's time for a final verdict. This guy is by far the best release objectively out of all of them. I'm guessing most people aren't going to care as much about getting Omega as they will like Sonic, Shadow, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, all of those characters. Of course, you're going to want those more, I'm thinking. But on paper, this one is by far the best. You get the most for your money without a doubt. I'm going to give this guy, for the price point, a 9.5 out of 10 overall rating. It is easily worth 10 bucks. If you are even a little bit inclined to get him, I recommend you get him. You will not be disappointed unless you have unreasonable expectations after watching this video. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.